Greetings, salutations, good day and hi. Welcome back to IndieCar's 7th series. This is day 2 of action here as we get set for rounds 4 through 6. For round 4, we'll be returning to the streets of Houston at Energy Park, home of the Astrodome and Energy Stadium for a revenge street race. Hopefully we have much more than 3 finishers reaching the checkered flag this time. Rounds 5 and 6, we're going to be racing a double round at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. First, short oval shenanigans for round 5, and then a fun roval race for the first time on its road course configuration for round 6. Having a look at the points after 3 rounds, on top is Kagoramea, who, interestingly enough, finished 3rd at Darlington, when she's when her specialty is road racing. So she's on top by 2 points by, surprisingly enough, Delutaya, the lone rookie for this series, who got the victory at Darlington. And 3rd is Koopa Fortuna, 2nd place at New Jersey with 85 points, 5 behind Kagoramea. 4th is Mirayakari, who, thanks to consecutive 3rd place finishes in the first 2 rounds at Homestead in New Jersey, finds herself with 83 points and the 4th spot. And 5th is Lily Hopkins, who, despite the win at New Jersey, scored little in the other 2 races so far. Having a look at the bottom half of the table, lots of absentees. And one driver yet to score, that's Series 2 champion Neko Kamiyama. Absent for the first 2 races, did not qualify for the 3rd. Hopefully we'll be able to see her today, or if not, maybe tomorrow. As we'll go ahead and open up the racing. And here's rFactor again, I guess. For round 4, we are going to Houston. We raced there once before in Series 2. A whole mess of drivers crashed out early on, leaving just 4, like around after the first 3rd, and then that number reduced to 3 towards the end, so only 3 finishers in the first race at Houston's Energy Park, formerly Reliant Park. Track is 1.683 miles and has 10 turns. We're going to be racing 21 laps, and for obvious reasons, damage multiplier will have to be a comfortable 25%. Not 26, not 24, 25 right on the dot. And let's get to the app crashing qualifying session for this round. Yeah, I've turned off all cars at once qualifying again. Turned on private qualifying again since since it's actually not bad. It's should have thought of that for Formula Hollow in qualifying previously. For races for those series. Well, Delutaya is absent from qualifying, so there's the previous race winner's curse right there. Unless this game decides unless the software decides to crash on me during qualifying for this race. TV ticker up and running this time around. And we see Lumi out on the track, and let's see if we can do a nice track preview of this circuit, of this 10-turn circuit, without any issues. You gotta go around this chicane first, and then through there, and then after a tight left-hand turn, you go around these stadiums, the Astrodome and NRG Stadium. And a couple more left-hand turns. Mind the walls, please. Mind the walls. And you come to what I like to call Whoopsie Corner, because in testing I've seen many cars collide into each other. And it makes for some silly moments, especially at the opening lap. And then a couple more turns, and you reach start finish. And let's halt qualifying, just in case. Walk away, halt qualifying. And for the love of God, the game crashed even though I halted qualifying. It's one of those mornings, I guess. So the qualifying doesn't count. Well, at least we got the track preview. And then we'll halt right there. We'll show an actual grid, and Delutaya showed up anyway for this session. So it's actually rigged. It's actually rigged. But whatever. We'll just bring in the grid anyway. I'm sure it won't. I don't know. I got no words to say. Nectarine fails to qualify for a fourth consecutive race. And then it's Natsume, Annie, Moriko failed to qualify, and Sarway all miss out on the cut. And despite and the game doesn't want to see Delutaya not even show up for the race, so the game crashed and I have to restart, and look who's up on top in pole position. Because it do be like that sometimes. Right beside her is Kagranana. Nana, and then Sugary Uwe, and then Hurry 1010, because I just can't stand her not to being able to race after the failure that is the 5th series. Anaka Kotane, the Kotane VTuber racer, starting out 5th, Chibidoki 6th. Next is Kiki, Snuppy, and Bao. Healthy, Tomoko, and Bekami. And then Katanya, Akari, and Rudo. Soyapoya, Nakamiya, Hinata, and Nina. Tomo, DM, and Milky. Maya, Vienna, and Tenjin Kotane. And then Lumi, Natroneko, and Koopa. And finally, Anju, Nimu, and Uno. So we're going to attempt to race 21 laps. The race will be official after 11. And 25% damage for this race. because it wouldn't make sense for just 2 cars to finish a second time. Anyway, let's let everyone know that the racing is about to begin for today, and get started for round 4. Round 4 about to begin at Houston. Submit music. We proceed, I guess. And yes, for some reason, Delutaya starts off at pole position, and we'll just skip the much of the base lap. And immediately get to racing, because we don't have all day. We'll just wait for the safety car to pull in, and then we're gonna try to race 21 laps without issue. Hopefully the software survives the whole entire time. Anyway, last couple turns. Safety car will go in. Delutaya and Kagranani are front row for this round 4 at Houston's Energy Park. And it is green. And luckily the TV ticker does work properly, as Kagranani makes a good jump to start off this race as the cars attempt to go around the first chicane. And it's a clean start. Delutaya rebounds back, and Nana pulls back a bit for Tenten as second. And as cars congest their way across these narrow wall dividing lanes, and oh god, everyone's about to approach the whoopsie turn. Whoa! Delutaya makes a mistake and finds herself out of track limits. Can't you believe it? And she's stuck in, has no way she can get back in. Awful start to the race for the race winner at I don't know where, at Darlington. Harry Tenten has to lead, followed by Shiguri Ui and Snuffy, and Nana for some reason is marked 30th. And Tamako is in pit lane and is just about to exit. And that ends Delu's race already, so of course we have the previous race winner's curse up. No points this time for Delu. Nana and Hinata are both 1 lap behind, as we see cars shoved away into this whoopsie-doodle section. Where a lot of crazy stuff is happening. Tenten and Shiguri Ui and Snuffy are your top 3 still. And Nemu is stuck. Nemu's stuck. The rest are back on the track as they are. We're through 2. We've lost 1. Of course, that's the pole sitter for this race. But look who's leading still. It's 10-10 looking for her second win and first full-length race win. Her lead is 4.704. Don't mind Kagranana. She's, for some reason, marked 29th. Battle for 4th between Kiki and Chibidoki. Wow, a bit of a scuffle around the traffic cones. And Chibi makes her way up to 4. As we see some mid-pack battles later in the grid. Careful, Chibi. These cars are fine. 10-10 still leads. Mistake by Manayakari, who of course prefers ovals and not road courses. Well, certainly not street courses. Likewise, DM makes a mistake. Looks like 10-10's lead has gotten bigger, 8.5, but it's still early on. We're through 4. We're through 4 laps. As we see Chibidoki move up to 3. What happened to Snuffy? Down to P9. Oh my lord. It's that turn, of course. And she's completely 180 degrees. From first all the way down to 16th, 17th. 22nd. Well, Early goes into the lead. Now second, Chibi remains third. No, she loses third on that slippery slide. And that pass by Kiki. Nakamiya Hinata is 2 down, but in this race, you can be 2 down and you're good. As Shigori Ui nicks the tire barrier. And likewise goes 180 degrees, and of course, her attempts to get back in would be better off than 10-10's. Yep, from 1st to 11th. As the VLC logos keep being toppled. 24th, can you believe it? Farrell is leading, Kiki is second, Chibidoki's still third, Mikami's fourth, Soypoya is just behind in fifth. Let's see how Bao handles this turn. Wow, she was lucky enough to avoid a mistake by DM, who finds herself stuck. Oh man, there's no way she'd be able to get out of this mess. I swear if the game crashes because DM is stuck like that. Throw the full grid just in case. Just in case. Well, the race should be official in like 4 more laps. Kiyomi Pion Pion. 1-2 races in similar tracks. Actually, not similar tracks. Got a second and first in similar tracks, and another first place in a short oval. Kiki actually looking for her first non-oval race win, and third overall. Here she is on the move. Might she attack around this chicane? Not this time. Look how close these four cars are. Tanya is a distant fifth. Chevrolet, Honda. Oh, Pick-a-Me trying to make a move. Oh my goodness. Hinata has distracted the top few drivers. So Kiki drops a spot. Amano Pick-a-Me, in her return series, finds herself second. And Shiguri Ui is almost going to be lapped by race leader Bao. Bao, how many wins does she have? 3. Looking for a 4th. Pick-a-Me looking for a 2nd. No, a 3rd. Pick-a-Me on 2 looking for a 3rd. Kiki also looking for a 3rd. It's Soyapoya who's looking for a 2nd. And she improves a spot around the stadium turn, the stadium curve. And now Pick-a-Me is on the move. But Milky Queen's car is being an absurd obstacle. What in the world happened? Backed up when she wasn't supposed to. When there's a race by the race leaders going on. Pick-a-Me and Kiki. Your top 2. Soyapoya is a distant 3rd. Race will be official in half a lap as a car stuck in 20th. That's Uno. And she has freed herself. And as expected, we lost Girl DM on lap 6. So Delu and DM both DNF. And we're through 11, so this race is official as it stands. So this is the grid as it is right now. After 11. What in the world? We need to see that again. Hanamori Healthy basically got flipped around by God knows what. Look at this replay. No, I don't think it was Healthy now, was it? No, it wasn't Healthy. Thought it was. Probably it's Hanaka Katone who got flipped over, and I'm afraid we'll never know what happened, because that incident is well over 30 seconds ago anyway. Pick-a-Me, Kiki, and Soyapoya still remain your top 3, with 9 to go in Houston. Snuffy's 4th and Tomoshika 5th, so 2 Bombs members in the top 5. And Hinata is currently out of the points. She's 3 behind. Not having a good race. Tenten only improves 1 spot at best from last we heard from her. Snuffy's clear. These cars are clear. And Healthy taps the tire barrier, but is still barely clinging on. And where did Pick-a-Me start? 12th? As Koopa has a bit of an issue in the chicane and might lose a couple spots. Interweaves wheels with Tension Cotone. And Hanaka Cotone couldn't quite handle this this turn, and she's going to lose a bit of ground. Look who's in the lead! It's Kiyomi Pion. What just happened, Pick-a-Me? What just happened? Lost a lead, maybe on that whoopsie turn. Vienna, I don't know what happened, but she moves up into 5th. Snuffy remains 4th, and Soyapoya still in the top 3. Kiyomi Pion. We're over 2/3 of the way through this race as Uno is stuck, but luckily is free from danger as Pick-a-Me makes the mistake on that tire barrier. And drops a spot to 3rd. Soyapoya moves up to P2. Kiki leads with 6 to go. And unfortunately for Pick-a-Me, she has to stop at pit lane. So Vienna will improve a spot. She goes up to P4. Hanamori Anzu now P4. P5. Hanamori Anzu P5. But just behind is current points leader, overall points leader, Kagramea. Are we live? Are we live? We're live. Okay, we're live. I don't know what happened, but we lost a bit of connection right there. We're still going, don't worry. Soyboy 2nd, Snuffy 3rd, Vienna 4, Anzu 5. Kiki is still leading. Kiki is still leading here. We almost lost a stream, but luckily we made it right back up, and luckily it didn't miss much. So let's see how Kiki handles this turn again. Very good. And Soyapoya, while we're dealing with connection issues, has jumped Kiki to take the lead now. But will relinquish it by going too fast at the exit of that stadium curve. And Kiki barely evades the tire barrier. Come on, stream, don't fail on me. 3 laps to go. Kiki's lead is 2.4, but that could all be lost in a bit when when a mistake is had. Look at that, a few cars having issues on that whoopsie turn. Uh-oh. There's some cars stuck. Bow! My goodness. Bouncer finds herself in a deep trap. And Kiki is approaching Kagura Nana. Just evades her. Just avoids her. And retains her lead. As we go down to 2 laps. Still just the 2 drivers DNF'd early. Hanaka Kotone, Watagashi Uno, Milky Queen, and Nakamiya Hinata all currently out of the points. Oh, Vienna. Down to 6th. Almost making the move on Maya. Recovers a bit back to 5. On to 4. Snuffy's still 3rd. Bao is still stuck, but is away from being an accident for the cars still in this race. Goodbye, Kiki. Snuffy's okay. White flag is up for Kiyomi Pion. 1 to go. Eager for her 3rd IndyCar win and 1st on a street course. Whoa, look at the battle at the last turn before start finish. Kagura Sport Anzu's 5th. Kiyomi Pion, a good bit of distance ahead of Soyapoya. Bao's marked DNF. And Kiki able to handle that turn well, and here she comes to the last turns. Soyapoya is not going to be able to catch up. Kiyomi Pion is the winner here at Houston. That is a 3rd IndyCar win and 1st on a street course for her. Congratulations to Kiyomi Pion. Race wins in 3 consecutive series. Soyapoya 2nd, Snuffy. Another podium finish for her. Gets 3rd, 9 seconds behind. .26.445, the winning time. One lap behind for 10-10, but at least she'll finish in the points. Neither Nimu nor Watagashi Uno will score, and so will these drivers. They will finish out of the points. Rudo is okay, and Tamako will score. Minata will cross the finish line, and that's that for the race anyway. Okay. Okay, we're going to put in the points. Gonna put in the points, and then we're gonna move on to New Hampshire for the next couple rounds. So it's a third win for Kiyomi Pion. Soya second and Snuffy third. Maya, Anzu, Nacho, Vienna, Koopa and Tenjin Kotone. Healthy and Tomoshika. Bikami and Lumi. Nina and Temako. Tenten and Akari. Kitanya and Naruto. Chibi and Nana. And Uwe is the last driver to score. No points for Nimu. Uno, Milky, and Hinata. And Hanaka Kotone, Bao, DM, and Delutaya will each get marked DNF. So let's look at the points. Let's see how the Road and Street classification is updated. Looks fine to me, and we're going to add in, we're going to give Delutaya a consolation point. So Kagurameya remains on top overall with 126 points. Koopa is second with 111th, and Kiyomi Pion by a winning. That's Houston moves up to 104 and is now the Road and Street classification leader with 92 points from the two races so far in Road and Street courses. Fourth overall is Hanamori Healthy. Fifth is Mirai Akari, and Delutaya drops down from second to sixth after a first lap disappointment in this race. Wow, the view count went up to 6. Can you believe it? It was like 3, but now went up to 6. Based viewers. Making my day already. And we still got 2 more to go for today. So, congratulations to Kiki, a third IndyCar win. Gonna update the medal counts, so why don't we? And it all looks good. Kiki, Soya, and Snuffy. And I want to bring the good news to the thread for Kiki. For funsies. And And there it is, and we should be good to go. Alright, so let's move on to an oval race. We're going to the Magic Mile of New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Where is it? I think this is the track that worked. I think we can try 100% damage on this iteration of the track. And if that results in some shitty racing, then I don't know what. 60 laps for this round. If you're talking about IndieCar this race, the most recent round for IndieCar is real-life IndieCar is 2011. It ended up being a one-off after like 14 years away or something. I don't know, 14 or 17, and that race ended up being terrible. So the real-life IndieCar series hasn't raced there since. But we're going to try our best to race here. Variable banking at 2 to 7 degrees. Straightaways 1 degree banking. 1.058 miles according to NASCAR. Or 1 point something or other according to the Indy Racing League. 1.025 for the IRL. Okay. Anyway. Anyway, I guess we're here. And let's see if we can actually deal with qualifying on this track with no issues. The high downforce oval configuration is up. Couple more seconds, and let's see if we can actually complete qualifying and get the starting grid up. Oh, great! It's a Honda car. Usually, crashing the software crashes when the Honda cars are on the track trying to race in qualifying. So cue the crashing at any random point in time for the software, rendering the whole starting grid completely moot. Lap around like 20 seconds or something on this track, I don't know. And she doesn't even qualify for this race anyway. Never mind, let's reroll. Let's reroll. And previous race winner's curse is up because Kiki failed to qualify for this round on the reroll. And again, Marco Kyoho is a no-show. Another DNQ. That's consecutive DNQs for her. Slow start to her series as defending champion. So Mia, Kiki, Kyoho, Koopa, and Anzu all miss on the cut. Delutaya's in. And Hanamori Healthy finds herself at pole. She won the race at Homestead in the opening round, looking for a second win this series. Starting alongside is Chibi. And then it's Lumi and Nekorine. And then we have Nina and Nana. And then Tenten, Ui, and Pikami. Tamako, Natsume, and Annie. Sorei, Rudo, and Nimu. Vienna, Hina, and Tenshin Kotone. Milky DM and Hanaka Kotone. Delu, Uno, and Hinata. Soyapoya, Tomorimari, and Nachoneko. And finally, Hime, Bao, and Mayakari. Which is rather odd because Mayakari won the previous oval race in this circuit, and yet she starts at the very back of the grid, but you never know what will happen. Like, Delutaya started off 30th at Darlington last weekend and went on to win the race on her own merit in a miraculous fashion, so yeah, let's just see what happens. Anyway, 60 laps for round 5. Let everyone know we're about to begin. Short oval shenanigans. And let's get the music loaded and get to racing, and hopefully the connection doesn't get lost or the software doesn't crash while we're racing. Remember, 50% race distance must be completed for this race to be official. So 30 laps here. I'm going to try a full 100% damage on this track. At least I think I set it to 100%. If it's 25%, perhaps expect the race to be a bit more boring, but I don't know, we're set to begin. And guess who's on the track? That's Neko Kamiyama, finally getting to race for the first time this series. Anyway, Healthy and Chibi, your front row for this oval race at New Hampshire. Green flag is up. Roll, roll, roll. Race, race, race. Green, green, green. On to the first couple turns. Here we go. And already some bumping and shoving. And yep, that's a car hitting the wall early on. Get into the grid, and that's a fast first lap, led by Chibidoki, Shigure Ui second, and Hanamori Healthy third. And Shigure Ui jumps to the lead, but Chibidoki might rebound back, and she does. Nina and Nekorine and Pikami's out. Leaped over the barrier, and that's the first casualty of this race. And Hanaka Kotone is also out. set the damage to 100% for this circuit. What could go wrong, they say. Anyway, Kagaranana has the lead. Ui's second, and Tenjin Kotone is the lapped car. So Chibi's third. When will Nana Kagura-senpai get her second win? It's been far too long since her only win so far in the Indy 500 in 2021. This is not going to help matters. Shigeru Ui crosses Nana at the start-finish, and look who finds the inside to try to overtake Nana for second. Well, not much happening there. And guess who's joining the fun? That's Vienna in fourth. 10-10 is fifth. Oh, look at that, Vienna. Marked third. And she's not done yet. And Vienna jumps to the lead. Vienna looking for her first win. But still way too early to consider race wins. Even when you're well ahead of the others, like 7 laps through a 60-lap shootout on a short oval. Like, see, Chibi is already making a move, trying to approach Vienna somehow. Could do so on turns 3 and 4. But does so on turn 1 of this circuit. So Chibi takes the lead, but still anything can happen here. Anyone can still win this, except for Hanaka Katone and Amano Pikami. Eggplant Extraordinaire Temako 3rd, Soyapoya 4, and Shigeru Ui, I guess, is 5th. But no by much. Wow, that's a fast 10 laps already. We're through 10 laps, and we're lucky enough to retain 28 drivers through 1/6 of the race. We're close to like 1/5 of the race distance after this lap, as Temako makes the jump, goes up to first here, goes up to P1, has the lead. Temako, Chibi, and Vienna. As a couple lapped cars are having to pass her by. Here comes Vienna, goes on the inside, bypasses Temako. Is just behind Chibi, but gotta watch out for Temako. Well, Nekarina's the lapped car anyway. And Vienna, yep, has a brief taste of race lead, but Chibi rubber bands her way back. Never mind, here comes Vienna. Fast speed in the front stretch. Vienna raced in a dark blue and gold livery in the previous 2 series, now racing with a white, pink, and red livery to match her current look. And she's currently doing okay in the top 2, battling against Chibi, a fellow Chevrolet driver who also made her debut in Series 5. And Chibi has shown experience winning an oval race last series at Trenton. And in that same race, Vienna finished 3rd from all the way in 30th in that race, and look at these two having fun in the top two. We're through a quarter of the race, a little over a quarter of the race. As a car has no rear wing, that's Nakamia Hinata. Let's see the replay. Bumped by Sarway and went spinning, but still has 4 wheels, but several cars are having to pit. Well, Vienna is marked in the lead after this lap, but Tamako, out of nowhere, finds a way into the lead. Multiple overtakes here. Shigeri Ui re-enters the picture. So many fast things happening in an instant. Blinking is not recommended. You are seeing some cars drive below the yellow line, but this is real. But this isn't NASCAR. This isn't NASCAR rules. This is IndyCar rules. So, what does that even matter? As Tamako continues her lead, Shigeri Ui moves up to P2, and Chibidoki is back in 3. Oh, Vienna has dropped a few spots to 6th. Tamako having a few series worth of experience since debuting in, I want to say, Series 2. And it looks like she's doing so well here. We have 7 laps until this race is official. And she's ahead by 3.409, and 11 cars, only 11 cars are within the lead lap. But you can be 12 laps behind and still be good, because classification is 80% race distance on ovals, no matter how big or small. And this is a short oval. Honda, and Chevrolet are top 3. Tamako, Shigeri Ui, and Bao. Next is Soyapoya in 4. Chibidoki in 5. Vienna in 6. A few accidents, which is quite natural, but impressively, we're almost at a halfway point, and we still got 28 drivers still in it. Meanwhile, how's Delu doing? 20 seconds. 3 laps behind. Bao has jumped to the lead now. Never mind, it's Soyapoya, another blue Chevrolet car, who finds herself leading. I believe it was Soyapoya against Tamako in the close finish at Fontana, I want to say 1 series ago, for her first win as one of the veterans of the series, having been here since the very start without missing a single series. And here she is at the halfway mark, having the lead. Soya, Bao, and Shigeri Ui. Soyapoya, an excellent result, finishing 2nd at Houston, and now she's leading here. As we make sure the grid looks fine. These early mornings. Had to deal with vTuber racing project-related work last night, but ended up having a bit of motion sickness, and here I am having to start 30 minutes earlier than usual today and tomorrow, and so I might not be completely 100%. No time for me to make coffee until after I'm done with my stream. Anyway, Bao needs to pass Naruto first before wanting to attack Soya. Going over 190 miles per hour on this circuit. Going up to 5th and 6th gear. But Naruto still remains an obstacle for Bao, and Soya still leads. Ui is a distant third behind. We're now through 35. Soy Boy continues to lead. I think it's these JNS tracks, oval tracks, that are more ideal for racing. As look who has come back to third, it's Vienna. What a jump by the Cloud9 gamer. But here comes Shigori Ui threatening on the outside and goes back up to third. But Vienna has the inside anyway and rebounds back to where she was. Still the lapped car of Rudo Lion sandwich between Soyapoya and Bao. And now Bao has to deal with Saraway as well. I would hazard to guess that the width of the track is average width. I don't know. That's just a rear wheel bumper. Nothing serious. Soyboy still leads, 2.135. Look at this jumble of cars at the start-finish straight. Chibi finds herself back to 5th and 4th now. And the chase after Shigori Ui goes up to P3. But Bao and Soyapoya are still well ahead as we go into the last 18 laps. We're over 2/3 of the way through this race. Nina has to pit. I'm pretty sure she's the one who lost her rear bumper. Bao is catching up. Not something out of nowhere, 4th, really. Close action here. Instead of a lion sandwich, how about an ice cream sandwich? As Soyapoya and Bao are sandwiching Milky Queen. Now Milky Queen gets out of the way, and these two are basically neck and neck now. And Soyapoya loses a side pod. I don't know how that'll be for her aerodynamics, but She definitely drops down to spot. Bao goes back to the lead. But Milky Queen is in the way. And Bao could go no further. Soya finding the inside, trying to find the inside. Does, and leapfrogs back to the lead with 14 to go. Watagashi Uno moves up to third. But the front two are still well ahead. Like 6 seconds ahead of Uno. So it's a battle for the win, I guess, between Soyapoya and Bao, with lapped cars certainly being obstacles for these two blue Chevrolet cars. Soyapoya the bean tuber, Bao the whale tuber. Into the backstretch again. Amazingly, still the 28 cars in this track as we drop down to 10 laps in this race. And it seems like the lead has extended a bit for Soyapoya. 2.5 seconds. Uno goes back up to P3. But Shimidoki is just behind. Oh, she loses her front wing on the attempt to try to overtake Uno. And Soyapoya is still too far ahead of herself. Down to 7 laps. Tangent Katone was marked third at the checkpoint on this last lap. Everything seems to be happening here. But now it's Vienna who returns to third. But the distance is still too great between herself and second place Bao. 5 to go. Going below the yellow line, which you certainly can't do in NASCAR. But it's IndieCar rules, so who cares? Sarwa and Maruto in the way. Vienna just third. Just 9 cars in the lead lap now. As we go down to the penultimate lap. And here comes Soyapoya onto the front stretch for the white flag. For Soyapoya, it would be her second win. Both times on an oval. a second consecutive podium this series, and a win here. Here she comes onto the front stretch. Soya Poya is victorious at New Hampshire Motor Speedway, the Magic Mile. Val finishes second, and Vienna makes the podium once more. Soya Poya, Val, and Vienna, your top three. An all Chevy top three. Soya Poya wins where the last half of the race she was missing a side pod, but that didn't matter much for her. She will get 70 points. And where did she start? 25th! See, I told you, you can start deep and yet still win. And she shows mighty fine racing expertise by passing 24 other cars en route to those 70 points. Anywho, Soya Poya, Bao, and Vienna, your top three. And everything is locked in, and everything's locked in medal counts. Let's write down the points. Soya, Bao, Vienna, Ui, Natsume, Tenjin Kotone, Uno, DM, Healthy. Those are your 9 drivers that finished all 60 laps. Most everyone that made just about everyone who made the finish line will score. Only Hanaka Katone and Amano Pikami will not score. So that means Nekarine will get her first points this series. Delutaya finishes mid-pack. Well, just behind mid-pack. So yeah, this race the second time around completely improved over the first race. There were several overtakes for the lead before things started to peter out, with Soya Poya maintaining a big lead throughout the last roughly 10 laps. So we're going to lock in the points. And I may have typed down a name wrong. And, yeah, that's one of the DNQ drivers. Anyway, Healthy. So your matter of the oval classification first, Shiguri Ui goes on top of the oval classification with 160 points, 20 ahead of Hanamori Healthy. Bao is third in the oval classification with 92 points. And then it's Delutaya and Lumi, 78 and 72. And overall, Soyapoya moves up to the championship lead, 151 points, 25 ahead of Kagramea, who failed to qualify for this race. Third is Hanamori Healthy, 3 behind Maya at 123. Shiguri Ui, fourth, 120. And Koopa drops down to fifth, remaining at 111. And your new bottom dweller is Tamari Mari with 8 points, one of which she just scored here at New Hampshire, as you can see here, in 26th. So we're through 5 rounds. One moment. Through 5 rounds, and we are gonna stay at New Hampshire. We're gonna have some fun for round 6, because we're gonna be racing on the road course. 1.6 miles roughly. We're going to be racing Roval style. 1.6 miles, 2.575 kilometers, 20 laps. Or 25 minutes. Now this Roval track is interesting as part of the track involves going outside of track limits. That's right, part of the track is outside of the oval. You'll see what I mean as we attempt to go through qualifying. Now, can we have a proper qualifying session? Now, this layout is slightly inaccurate in the loading screen. Yeah. There's the curbs. That's not how it appears in the actual track. Yeah, you'll see the layout on your screen. It's this one. It's a pointy curve. There's no S's outside after the outer section. Anyway, we're using the Indy Grand Prix kits with the red road course tires, and let's see if we can actually complete a full lap on this course without any issue here. It's a Roval layout, so you gotta go through the turns 1 and 2. And then you gotta go slightly inside on the in the infield before having to exit track boundaries and onto the rather hilly section outside of the oval. Elevation changes aplenty. And then after that, you re-enter the circuit, and then the simple section. And then, for some reason, the cars like to slow down just before the start-finish. Yeah, that's how the AI is. Using the brakes just before the start-finish. Might be a problem at the start of the race when the cars are bunched up together in the 2x2 rolling start, and as Bao doesn't even qualify, as she recorded no time. We'll reluctantly accept this grid since there are exactly 5 drivers that did not record times. So Bao, Platone H, not quite having a good series here. Healthy, Hina, and Chibi all miss out. And at pole, we have Series 5 champion Nacho Neko. Is Nacho still streaming? I think she might still be doing some arts, perhaps being way too busy with arts to stream, much like how it is with Nabi Mama, who's currently on streaming hiatus until like March or April of next year. Anyway, Nacho, Koopa, your front row. And then Snuffy and DM, Sarway and Lumi. Natsume, Nina, and Rudo. Nanahime and Delu. Anzu, Milky, and Nimu. Lily, Kiki, and Ui. Tamako, Tomo, and Uno. Mea, Kyoho, and Mari. Mirai, Kari, Katanya, and Nekarine. And finally, Tenjin, Kotone, Pikami, and Tenten. So we're going to race 20 laps on the New Hampshire Roval, let's call it. Roval, because there's something fancy about saying Roval. This is round 6, and we conclude the double rounds. This is the latter part of the double round, and let's let everyone know that we're about to begin at the road course. And here we go. Let's put in the music and get rolling. Here we go. Pace lap. Led by that's blue car. I guess this is a good place to bring in the action halfway through this pace lap. As cars have issue trying to line up in formation. Anyway, we're set to go for round 6, the third road and street race of the series. First race here at New Hampshire's road course configuration, led by Nacho and Koopa. Here we go! Already some debris popping off. Nacho leads everyone onto this intersection before they all make their way up the hills. Here comes the hill climb. Why is Nemu marked 1? That makes no sense. Yeah, that's a mistake on her parts. Nope, it's Nacho Neko who's supposed to have the lead. Ah, Catania, unlucky. Loses a wheel, no thanks to Uwe. Temiko, what just happened? She was flying and then suddenly she loses a wheel and she's another casualty. That's 3 down. Koopa, Nacho, sorry, it's top 3. On to the hill climb once more. We have 19 more laps of this mess. Snuppy, out of nowhere, finds her way into P2. Oh my goodness. Natsume is getting totally abused by cars behind her. And Sarway unintentionally touches grass. I thought Snuppy would make an overtake, but no, it's the AI, of course, using the brakes just before the start-finish. For no good reason. Delutaya is 5th. So, Nemu, DNF, Temiko, Catania, accident. Nachoneko from pole has the lead. Snuffy's second, down to Lumi and Koopa are neck and neck for third. And we're through 3 already. This is supposed to be a 20-lap race, so the race will be official after 10. If you're following along with Kiki, she's mid-pack at 12th. Still has an intact vehicle. Rear-wheel bumpers and all. Close battle for second. Goofa making an attack on Lumi, but AI braking, that's a crazy part. Koopa touching grass. Touching VLC logos. And she remains at 4 as, I don't know what happened, but there's a stray tire rolling around on the track. Milky Queen out already. Unfortunate, her milk has run dry for today. Nacho still leads by within a second. So we've lost 4 cars so far. 20 are within the lead lap. Just AI not knowing how to drive on this circuit. Even though training on this circuit, AI training here went decently. We're a quarter of the way through this race. Whoa, whoa, whoa! What just happened? But I saw some ramming by Lumi. But hopefully it ain't too serious. Well, it's serious for Snuffy. She loses her engine cover and her rear wing. She is definitely wounded. And I might as well have to stop at pit lane. As Koopa finds her way to P2. Snuffy, understandably, will have to make a stop at pit lane to restore her rear wing. Delutaya goes up to P3, on to 4th, and Lily Hopkins 5th. She has had previous Roval experience winning at the Talladega Road Course this past August. Oddly enough, the previous non-oval race at Houston today, Lily was absent, so in fact she was absent for rounds 4 and 5, and now here she is in 5th, as Nacho will continue her lead from pole. Nacho Neko looking to become the second driver after the aforementioned Lily Hops to be a 5-time race winner. But she's got to watch out for Koopa as they climb up the hill again. Delutaya a distant 3rd. Hoping for another good finish to get back in championship contention. At the halfway point, as we see more car debris strewn around in the last couple of turns before the stripe. And we go around turns 1 and 2 again of the oval. Two laps until official. Well, Nacho has not much else to go because your car's ahead of her. So Koopa has remained very close behind Nacho. And here she comes! Rudely bumps into 1010. En route to taking the lead. Delu remains a distant 3rd. Anzu, as distant from Delu as Delu is to Nacho. Nana tries to improve his spot. Any more accidents? Just the 4. Not too good for Hanamori, who's the bottom dweller in points currently. 3 laps behind when classification is no more than 2 laps behind. And now this race is official. This race will be official. We're through 10. Koopa, Nacho, and Hanamori Anzu moving up a spot as Delu. Unfortunately, has to make a stop at pit lane, and will lose quite a lot of ground as cars are having to pass her by. So there goes hopes for a podium finish for the rookie. As we see more cars hurt. Mirai Kari, it looks like. Well, yeah, Mirai Kari. Watagashi Uno both out. Well, Akari prefers ovals anyway. Nine to go. Koopa still waiting. Nacho second on to third. How far behind is Delu? 13th, and she is without a rear one again. Oh, you hate to see it. Yomi Pion doing fine at 8th. Lumi 7th. Natsume still barely making the ends meet. At the summit of the hill. Nina 5, Nana 4. Actually, it's a battle for 4th between these two. Yeah, no change to the top 3 still. 8 to go. Whoa, Nacho. Bit of roughhousing with Snuffy. Now be careful there. No front wing for Nacho. Koopa has her front wing, but no rear bumpers. And Anzu takes opportunity of Nacho's crazy move to try to jump to second, but touches grass by mistake and will drop to 4th. But Nana's nice enough to bring her back to 3rd, and Nacho will pit Anzu. Now finds herself 2nd. An absurd distance behind Koopa. 12 seconds is the interval between Koopa and Hanamori Anzu. Three laps past halfway. And there is a clearance ahead of Koopa, as we see 11 cars remain on the lead lap. several cars 2 laps behind. Hanamori remains 3 behind. 24 cars remain driving, with Koopa's lead still absurdly great. Anzu remains second, and Nina is now third. So it's Chevy, Honda, Chevy, your top 3, with 6 to go. Nana has to pit. Yeesh, Natsume without an engine cover. How will anyone be able to recognize her? Koopa having quite a clean race since taking the lead. Still has a substantial lead with through 75% race distance here. Koopa's only had the 1 win previously. That was at Toronto in the first series. I thought it would be at Watkins Glen, but no, it was actually earlier than that. Toronto was where Koopa won, and that's her only win so far. And she's coming down to 4 laps away from a second win. How far is the gap between Koopa and Anzu-chan now? .3, but Nina goes on the attack. But for not much at all. Anzu is without a side pod, is without both side pods, is without an engine cover, but still has both front and rear wings. Nina has a slightly bent rear wing, but no front wing. Koopa is still leading without the need for rear bumpers. Oh my goodness! Tagged from behind by Tenzin Kotane! Can you believe it? And she'll have to pit! Tenzin Kotane being silly! Anzu will also pit as a consequence. Kamoshida Natsume jumps to the lead. Nina also in pit. And Natsume's lead is way too great, as it is. Anzu is now coming out again. Natsume is staying out. Nacho is third, but there's probably a bit of roughhousing just before the exit into the hills. Natsume is staying out, 2 to go. She will be classified because 18 laps are through. Battle for second between Anzu and Nacho. Oh my goodness! Anzu got walloped! Got whamboozled! Out of the race just before classification! Oh, you hate to see it! Tragic for Anzu-chan when things are going so well for her. Just shy of classification, no points. Natsume continues her lead. Natroneko is battling for second with Kagurameya. Here comes Kamishio Natsume to mark 1 to go. Looking for her third win. And she is a massive 32 seconds plus, 32 and a half seconds ahead of second place Kagurameya. That Kagurameya right there. And here comes Natsume. We might as well have 3 different race winners. 6 different race winners in 6 races so far this series. Natsume exiting the hill section onto the front stretch. And that is it. Kamishiro Natsume wins on the New Hampshire road course by a massive margin after many crazy things happened. Koopa losing her rear wing and other messes happening, and Anzu just missing out points classification. Kagurameya lucky enough to take home second. The road course specialist herself, and Nina will take third. And Kagura Nana will get fourth, and Lily 5. That's your top 5. Top 3, Natsume, Meya, and Nina. So that's 2 of the 3 former members of Multi Plus having race wins this series. So of course 1010 has yet to have a race win, because God is cruel. Well, at least she's one of the 7 drivers to finish all 20 laps in this race, so I guess that's worthy enough for consolation. Anyway, it's almost not even done yet with the race. She just needs to finish. Well, she's classified anyway. Cross the start finish, and then that'll be it for the race. And that'll be it for today. Okay. Okay. Let's put in the points. So your top 3, Natsume, Meya, Nina. That is Kamishiro Natsume's 3rd win. And Meya, another podium finish. Now alone with most podiums all time at 11. Previously she was tied for most at 10 apiece with Mirai Akari. But now Meya has 11. And is still doing a pretty fine job this series. Nina, another 3rd place finish. If I could find her somewhere. There we go. So we've completed 78 IndyCar races. Oddly enough, Delutaya won race 75 at Darlington just the other day. Let us go ahead and lock in the points, why don't we? No first-time race winners today. Everyone today had previous race win experience. So your race winners today, I guess in Houston, we have Kiyomi Pion. Soya Poya won on the New Hampshire Oval, and just right now, Kamishiro Natsume winning on the New Hampshire Road Course. So congrats to these three for upping their race win counts. 14 Ui, 15 Rurudo, 16 Neko, Snuffy, Tomo, Delu, Bikami, and Moriko gets on the board, but not 22nd and below. I'm sorry to report. On to Heartbreaker, close to classification, no score. Mari and Tenshin Katone, each 3 laps behind. And then Mirai Akari, accident. Uno, accident. Milky, accident. Nimu DNF, Temako, and Catania, accident. So we're done here. We're going to wrap up for today. Hello, connection. We lost connection again, but we just finished this race anyway. We just need to worry about the points. Everything looks good. Bonus point will go to Nacho, wherever she is. So Kagurameya regains the points lead. Kagurameya briefly lost the overall points lead to Soyapoya, but she has recovered a bit. Soyapoya was absent. Previous race winner's curse getting in the way of things for Soyapoya. And Maya took advantage of that and is now 25 points clear of Soyapoya. Shigure Ui third with 134, so Maya 176, Soyapoya 151, Ui 134, Koopa fourth 129, and Hanamori Healthy drops to fifth with 123. And Kiki and Lumi are both tied with 120 points, but Kiki has tiebreaker because of her race win at Houston. So she gets 6th and Lumi gets 7th, and Tomari Mari remains bottom dweller with just her 8 points. No classification here at New Hampshire. Anyway, let's wrap up for today. We're in Natsume's car as we preview tomorrow's races. We have ourselves the international round. We're going to have 2 races at Euro Speedway Lausitz, first on the Tri-Oval and then on the Sprint Circuit, and then after that, the race at Rio de Janeiro on the Trapezoid Oval. So those are your next 3 rounds. Tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time, again 30 minutes earlier than usual because of things going on. Anyway, that's it for today. I have errands to run, and then we'll see you tomorrow for more VTuber IndieCar action in the 7th series. And don't forget the announcement, big announcement at the end of the 7th series next weekend. So we'll let you know about that when you get to it. Okay. Anyway, take care. Have a great rest of your day. See you again tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. Eastern for more VTuber 7th series IndieCar. Up to Dag, I guess.